If you want to learn how I cut beads and coves on face work, stay tuned. Now, idea for this video actually came from a viewer, Steven, who is in the process of learning how to cut beads and coves on face work, so hopefully this will help you out. Now, the other thing that I want to address is some of the news or some of the updates regarding my website and my signature tools. So I plan to open pre-order again, hopefully within a week. I just need to take photos for the new tools. So new tools will be SKUs, 3 sizes, 12, 19 and 25 mil wide, all from M2 cryogenic steel, same as refiner. Also square and scrapers, 3 sizes, and spear point scraper. So quite exciting times. So there will be a lot of options for you to choose if you choose to buy tools from me. Now, the other thing is that I want to update for a while now, and that is postal service. Now, so far I've been using our national creation post service, and they're okay. They're actually slightly less in price than other known companies. However, I want to improve on that. Some of the areas, like for example, 90% of my customers are from United States, and I want to get those shipping times down quite drastically. Now, for example, 90% of my customers are actually in United States, and usually packages will arrive, so my signature tools will arrive roughly between 2 and 4 weeks. More precisely or more often would be from 3 to 5 weeks. In some cases it took 6 weeks, in some cases 3 weeks or slightly less than that. It all depends where it lands, in which area it goes, and so on. If you have ordered tools from me before, then you'll probably notice some of these shipping prices difference. These are not major by any means. For example, for United States it will be up to 80 euros in difference. But what I'm getting in return, first of all, everything will be handled within one company. So DHL will deliver it from my door, they will pick it up and it will deliver to your door. So there won't be any other postal companies interfering or anything, so that will speed up the process. And the second thing is, which is a major upgrade, this is the major reason why I'm doing all this, and that is reducing shipping times. So what that actually means now for you guys, for my customers, for my viewers. And let's take another United States delivery example. So on average from 4 to 5 weeks, that was now a case, down to a new service which should take from 3 to 5 days, working days. I think that's a huge difference, and I think it's worth just a little bit more in shipping fees. So again, not a huge difference, but I think in terms of quality of delivery and everything, especially in delivery times, should be a great benefit, a great upgrade as well, for just a little bit more in terms of shipping fees. Same will go for Europe and the rest of the world as well. So for Europe, some of the areas should be delivered even next day, depending on if there is any holidays when I hand over the packages. But in reality, up to 3 working days for Europe, which is, again, I think top notch in terms of service, let's say. So my goal in overall is to reduce waiting times for you. So you have to wait until the tools are made, since this is, again, will be pre-order. So you have to wait up to, again, depending on the size, so from 5 to 7 weeks, or from 5 to 10 weeks, depending on size of the orders or the tools that have to be made. So you have to wait for that, and then you have to wait for another couple of weeks for me to sharpen all of these tools, and then another 4 or 5 weeks to be actually delivered, which, again, that area I can reduce. The previous two I cannot affect too much, but on shipping times, I think I can improve on that. And let me know your thoughts. I think this is a way forward. And yeah, I think now it's enough of talking, and let's go to turning actually. Right, so let's start. So I have a chunk of ash here, and that will go on a screw chuck, like so, and that's nice and tight. Now quickly, what I want to do is just rough the shape out. So this will be sort of I don't know what to call it. There will be a lot of different shapes here, beads and coves and so on, OGs. So I want to bring the speed up, 1400 RPM, ball gouge. And I'll just do the top as well, real quick. Now what you can use I think the term is blocking. So you want to get the overall shape done for, let's say this is a base for a lamp or something like that. So I have a refiner here. I'll actually lock the zoom, adjusted the focus, so with scrapers, shavings flying quite close to the camera lens and likes to get out of focus. So refiner, and like I said, this is just blocking, so get the overall shape done. Something like that. Okay, so I have rough shape. Now the most common area to make a beads or something is at the bottom of, let's say, a foot or something, and for all these details I'll be using in most cases a 1/2 inch diameter spindle gouge. So I like to have the tool rest at just a little bit below center line, so that I'm actually cutting, as you can see here, hopefully. I'll just mark it real quick. So that's the center, and I'm maybe 5 mil above center line. So rolling that bead, and you'll see shine coming through. So you see here whiter area, and this is more of a shinier area here. So that tells me that I'm nicely cutting the surface. So let's do that again, all the way to the bottom, like so. And you can see, hopefully, nice shine. So let's make a bead, or turn it into a bead on the other side. So again, you have to be careful because this is cross grain orientation. You could go like so and then roll it like that, but you'll get a cleaner cut if you go downhill here, like so, and just roll the tool to the side. And now I have a big bead here. Just get this cleaned up, like so, nice tight into a corner. I feel something here which should not be here, so just clean that up. And I'll show you from a little broader view. I want to show you again this from slightly broader view. So find the bevel, and now I move the handle away from me as I'm moving in. And now I have nice bead here. Now we can turn this into a bead as well. So entry cut, I'm starting with the handle low, lifting it up. Once I'm in the wood, now I open it slightly and drop the handle back down, like so. And we can check the quality of the cut here. So you should be able to see there is no tear out, nice shiny surface here and our bead here. So really nice and clean. You don't want to fiddle with it, with these details too much. So you want to get them as nice and clear and precise and crisp right from the tool. So reducing sanding time. So for example, on this area here, now for series of beads, I like to have tool rest on slight angle. So just get this first rough, like so. So I have a nice flat or surface where I want to have the beads. And let's start here from this corner. I open the gouge and back on the side. Open and rotated the handle and back on the side. And I'll show you that from broader view. So hopefully you should be able to see the handle and the body. So down and messed up that last one, so we cut that like so. And again, you should be able to see here all these beads are nice and clean. So what I'm actually doing with the tool, or the end of the tool, so end of the tool goes up against my body, and I first close the flute and get into a corner, then open the gouge slightly to around 10 o'clock, drop the handle down, and it goes in a slight half circle, let's say. So it goes from this position, like so, open it up, dropping it ever so slightly down, and in a circle, back up the other side and closing the gouge back on itself. So you get nice bead and nice crisp corner on the inside. Now, as you can see, I already started the cove here. Luckily, I haven't finished it because I forgot to turn on the camera. So usually I would like to have tool rest perpendicular like I've shown you, but this is quite a long overhang for the spindle gouge, so you do come with tool rest at an angle, the angle of, or the position where you are comfortable with. So I just want to get this clear like so. Now I'm riding the bevel and I'm swinging my body around. Now in some cases what also can happen is that you lost, since I have a nice long bevel like this, which is straight or slightly concave, and I have a cove like this here, I cannot turn it like on a spindle orientation. So what I can do, if I have bevel in the way, I just squeeze my hand around, but this has to be very steady squeezing, let's say. So I'll just clean this up. So now let's do that again. Like so. Do that again. Although it's not a push cut here as such, but it's slicing cut. And that's a really nice cove. Let's do that again. Just going in a nice arc. And to show you the surface, you should be able to see that the surface left behind is the same as this one here. Really nice and clean, hardly needs any sanding at all. So that's a cove on this area. We can do the same here. Now for this area, I would like to have slightly more perpendicular tool rest. Again, just works for me. That's comfortable position for me. So remove rest away, and now clean it up. A little bit more. You watch what's happening on the horizon. A little bit more. A little hump. And that should be nice clean cove. So hopefully you can see there are a few tool marks, but the surface is nice and round, which is what you want. So all of those tool marks will send out easily. So you can see how clean everything that we cut is. So now we can put this to actually some practical use. Now it's running at 1600 RPM. So that's another bead. Get this out of the way. Kind of like a small bead here. I think I will have to reposition the camera. It's in my way of movement. Hopefully now I won't bump the camera. Nice and gently. A little hump. That's pretty good. Again, now I have overhang, so I get the tool rest at an angle. So bead, cove, beads. I was thinking to make an OG. I don't think I have much room here. Okay, so I have a big cove here. It's not so much an OG. I didn't have enough timber to make one. Maybe here. That's nice. Okay, so now to show you how everything looks, and this is before sanding, before anything, so you can see that looks really good. So a quick touch up with 180 grit using paperback 180 grit, just because I can get it a little bit more tighter in the corners. I'll show this without any speed up area, so you can see how long does it take this big base to be sanded when you get the surface finish right. A tool finish, sorry. I think that's it. So that's perfect. And here it is. So this is 180 grit. As you can see, it looks really good. So all the corners, details are done as it should. So nice and crisp, nice curves and everything. So obviously there are 180 grit scratches. Those will be gone with 240 and 320 grit. So that's it. So that could be a lamp base or top of the column or anything like that. Principle usually applies for all these purposes, let's say. Pretty much it. This is how I make beads and coves with spindle gouge on a face work. So hopefully it will help someone out.